In this video, we'll show you how to create a Voice IVR poll in just a few minutes using the engageSPARK platform. First, you'll select your communication method, which of course is voice, and then you'll select your engagement type, which in this case is IVR poll. At engageSPARK, we have a number of engagement types, which are three-step wizards that make it very easy for you to accomplish the program that you're trying to do. So the IVR poll can be used for two purposes. First, it can be used to collect data. So you can upload a question over here. For example, it might say, press 1 if you are female, press 2 if you are male, or press 3 if you don't want to say. And you can add an additional key press by simply pressing the Add Key Press button down here. You're also not limited to numbers 1, 2, or 3, and so on. You can change the number to whatever you want for a valid key press. You also can upload a confirmation message or some other MP3 file that will play after the user presses 1. So up here you upload the MP3 that asks press 1 if you are female, 2 if you are male, and so on. Then let's say the recipient on the phone call presses 1 on their phone. Whatever you upload here will play after they press 1. You don't have to upload an MP3 file here, but sometimes you may want to confirm their answer by uploading an MP3 file that says something like, "Thank you, we have captured that you're female." From our experience, we've learned that recipients do like that confirmation on a call. Second, you can use the IVR poll as an information retrieval service. So you can upload a message that allows people, for example, to learn something. So this MP3 file says, press 1 to learn about hand washing, press 2 to learn about preventing malaria, and so on. And so whatever you upload next to the 1 here is what the user will hear if they press 1. So again, on this initial message, you're setting out the different key press options on the call, and then in these MP3 files, you're uploading what the recipient will hear after they press the key press on their phone, the key on their phone that is next to this file. So if they press 2, they'll hear whatever you upload here, and so on. So we'll upload 3 options. And then down here you have the Others section. This is where you specify what we should do if the recipient presses an invalid key, like 6, or doesn't press anything. So you may want to have an error message that says something like, sorry, that's not valid, and repeats the different options to remind the user what they should do. Then you can add additional questions or messages if you want just by pressing the Add Another Message button. For this one, instead of uploading an MP3 message, we'll record one. And we'll also do a spoken response question instead of a key press response question. So I'll go ahead and record a message now. Please state your name and what you think of the engageSPARK platform after the beep. When you're done speaking, press any key on your phone. And then I'll just click End Recording. So the user will hear on the call what I just spoke. And that question, as you can tell from the question I just asked, is a spoken response, meaning instead of our system waiting for the recipient to press keys on their phone, our system will record the actual speech of the recipient. So they will speak a response on their phone, and our system will record that and then make the recording available for you to listen to in the report section for this engagement. So down here you set the settings for the spoken response question, and you can say, for example, that the person has 10 seconds to respond, but if they press 9 before those 10 seconds have run out, we'll stop recording and continue at that point that they press 9. And you can select any key, or you can let them just press anything. So now we've created a 2-message IVR poll. The first message allows them to learn something by navigating through the IVR question. And the second one is a question where they speak a response, and we record it. Down here you have settings. One of the more important ones is the call retry settings. This is because from our experience, we've seen that many people don't answer the call on the first try. So they may be busy, their phone might have run out of battery, or for any number of reasons they might not answer. So you can tell our system to automatically retry them until they do answer the call. And you can set the retry settings that you want. So you can say try them 3 times, waiting 30 minutes between each try. Do that every day for 1 week, but only on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And so our system will follow that schedule and keep calling them according to the schedule you set until they answer. Once they actually answer the call, we of course won't keep retrying them. Down here you have another useful option, which is if in the middle of the call, after they answer, the call gets disconnected, you can tell our system to call them right back. And if you select this option, then we'll skip the questions they already answered. So if they've already answered the first question and the call drops in the middle of the second question, we can call them back and we'll start over at the second question. You can also add a new start message that might say, sorry, the call got disconnected. We'll start off where you left off. So these are some nice options that you can add in. Another important setting that we have that we recommend people to do is add an end call message. From our experience, recipients don't like the call to just suddenly end after the last question without knowing that it's going to end. So it's good to just add a short message telling them it's over. So I'll go ahead and do that. Thank you, the call will end now, goodbye. And so at least they hear something letting them know that the call will end before it drops. So we've now created a 2-message IVR poll. There's more stuff that I could show you. For example, this advanced section has a lot more power, but we'll have another demo for advanced IVR polls. We added some settings in, and now we'll hit continue. On this page, you'll select the contacts that you want to receive the voice IVR. So in the contacts page up here is where you manage your contacts. You can upload contacts there and put them into groups and so on and so forth. But on step 2 of creating an engagement, you'll select the contacts or groups you already created. So if we select this group, then everybody, all the contacts in that group will receive the call. But we'll just select me for now and hit continue. And then we come to the final page where you can do a few things. First, you can specify a caller ID. And the caller ID is the phone number that the recipient will see on their phone as who is calling them. Make sure to include the country code of the country to which you're making these calls at the beginning of the phone number that you put in for the caller ID. You also can schedule the engagement to go out at a specific time in the future by choosing on a specific date and scheduling whatever time you want. But we'll just send this one out immediately. So that's it. You then just click launch and my phone should ring in a few seconds. I'll put it on speakerphone so you can actually hear how this works in real life. And will be then taken to your list of engagements, which is your dashboard. And you can click on this button here to view the report of the engagement. And my phone is ringing now, so I'll go ahead and answer it and put it on speaker.
This message is from engageSPARK to help you learn how to have a healthy, happy baby. Press 1 to learn about hand washing. Press 2 to learn about malaria.
I'll press 2.
3 to learn about intersigns. Always sleep under insecticide-treated bed nets to protect you and your baby from malaria.
Please state your name and what you think of the engageSPARK platform after the beep. When you're done speaking, press any key on your phone.
My name is Avner, and I love the engageSPARK platform.
Thank you. The call will end now. Goodbye.
So as you can see, it's quite easy to create a voice IVR poll, and you can send it to thousands of people. The calls will go out within a few seconds after launching it. And then the really powerful thing is that you get the report data in real time the moment the call ends. So this is a report from the Voice IVR poll that I just launched to myself. And on here, you can see some data. So for the first question, you see that my answer was 2. I pressed 2, and there's a count of 1 for that answer. Obviously, if you have thousands of recipients, you'll see a breakdown. You'll see maybe 100 people pressed 2, 500 pressed 1, and so on and so forth. You can also add tags. So you can say, oh, a key press of 2 means malaria. And then you get this nice bar chart down here. And of course, if you had more data, you would see more information. Then we can scroll down and listen to the recording I spoke for the second question. So as you remember, the question asked me to state my name and what I thought of the engageSPARK platform. Now you have access to my response. You can just listen to it by pressing play. So I'll go ahead and do that.
My name is Abner, and I love the engageSPARK platform.
And you can also transcribe that. So you could say, you can write down what the person actually said. And that way, you don't have to come back here and listen to the messages again. You actually already have a transcription. Lastly, you can download a detailed report that gives you all sorts of information in Excel about the call for each recipient. So it'll tell you how long the call lasted for each person, what time they answered, what time the call ended. It will include the transcription for any spoken response questions. It'll show you what key each person pressed. It'll include any tags you added, and so on and so forth. So by downloading the detailed report, you actually get in Excel every single piece of data related to each interaction with each contact on the engagement. So that's it. That's how you create your Voice IVR poll. It's quite easy. You don't need any technical skills, and you can launch it to tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people anywhere in the world, anytime you want. Thank you.